Hey everyone, we're going to be going through another Pauper League on MTGO with Mono Red Dredge, one of the coolest decks in the format. And yeah, not too many differences from last week. If you want a full deck tech, go to one of my previous videos and I kind of talk about the list in depth, or just keep watching and you'll see how it works. In the last video, we were testing out this really cool card called Song of Blood, and I couldn't really get a good read on it. You know, we had in game one, we had that really surprising turn three accidental win, but after that, it didn't feel like it came up very often. So I just want to test it out a little bit more, get a better feel for it because I've been playing off camera quite a bit, and I don't know. It has some, anti-synergy because it's not a creature that count towards Lotleth Giant. You kind of really need it in your opening hand or your first few draws. Otherwise, it starts to lose some of its effectiveness. But at the same time, there are so many games where I'm like, it's turn three, turn four, and I'm like, oh, if I had a Song of Blood in my hand, it might be an accidental victory again. Yeah, so it seems like it's good at stealing a win or two here or there, but and filling our graveyard and helping us find our stinkweed imps. But it has a little bit of anti-synergy. It doesn't replace itself. It's not a creature. It feels really bad to mill a Song of Blood with another Song of Blood instead of another creature. And the other thing about it is, the worst thing about this deck is if you end up with a handful of, Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, stuff that you can't cast, but you have no discard effects. And so Song of Blood doesn't really contribute to letting us discard from our hand, so I don't want to go too hard on it. But we did bring the Scourge Devil back for this video, so because, that one it's a little redundant with the pump effect of Song of Blood, but the fact that you can unearth it and that it comes, attached to a 4/3 body when you unearth it is really good. So we're going to try it like this and see how it goes. Okay, round one. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, okay, we got the Cathartic Reunion Stinkweed start, so that's pretty fast. Depending on what our opponent is playing, we might catch him by surprise here. I'm very happy. I just got my Song of Bloods in paper, so let's see if we can make something work with them to justify my purchase. Because I'd love to put them into my paper deck. Ponder, they do not shuffle. Okay. Pondering. Is this Skred, perhaps? We'll see. Or just snowy mono blue terror. Okay, we would have loved to have the Epicure last turn, but that's okay. Let's just start milling here. Fill up our graveyard. Okay. Scourge Devil, Molten Gatekeeper, Faithless Looting, and we found our land drop for next turn, so that's good. Maybe we can set up a Gatekeeper Scourge Devil turn or something. We would have liked to find Sneaky Snackers. That's okay. Yeah, they're searching. They find a counter spell. That's okay. We're on kind of an unearthed plan, so since they have the counter spell, let's cast the Cathartic Reunion now, along with Epicure, and then maybe next turn we can Gatekeeper Scourge Devil while they're holding up counter spell, something like that. Let's do this first in case we draw something else we're interested in. I think we'll get the Dread Return in there. Stinkweed, and we draw 2 more cards and we find a Sneaky Snacker. Very good for our Scourge Devil. Did we find anything else? Nothing else. We found another Faithless Looting. We have the Dread Return. We need the Giant. So far, next turn, our plan is Mountain, Gatekeeper, Scourge Devil? Yeah, they've got Skred mana, so maybe they'll shoot down a creature. Maybe we save our Unearth. See what we draw. Another land. We could just keep milling and see what happens. We could bait out a counter spell with Faithless Looting, but then yeah, because we're gonna want to eventually resolve this Dread Return. I think we hold back on the Scourge Devil because we might want to unearth things and then sacrifice them to Dread Return. Drawing a lot of lands, which is not the best. Let's attack and see if they Skred. I guess if we were going to do it like this, we should have attacked first so we could Faithless Looting, bring back our Sneaky Snacker. Okay, but they're going to use the Skred on the Epicure. Yeah, that's the thing I like about this deck. A lot of people don't seem to know, like, you know, they're often shooting down your weaker creatures because they're afraid that this can be reanimated. In this case, I think they should have just shot down the Sneaky Snacker because it's going to take me a whole 2 turns to get it attacking again, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to Faithless Looting here. If they want to counter it, fine. If not, we get to mill a bunch of cards. They shouldn't have any Grave Hate, so yeah, we found the Lotleth Giant, Dread Return. So they're definitely saving their counterspell for that. Let's see, we have 1 Molten Gatekeeper. Would be nice to hit another one. Yeah, they're attacking. Interesting. No blockers. Leaving back no blockers so far. We'll see what they play. Huh. They're just on a counterspell plan. We found another Molten Gatekeeper. I think we just do a big Scourge Devil turn here. So Gatekeeper, Gatekeeper. They'll probably Skred something. But I think we'll get a lot of damage in. You know, we're threatening lethal here, but we know they have that counter spell for our Dread Return, so. But after attacks, I don't really mind. I mean, maybe we just fight through the counter spell. We let them counter it, sacrifice the stuff that's going to get exiled anyway. And graveyard's getting a bit full. And then go for it again next turn. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we've got them down to 1 potentially. They're going to shoot down Sneaky Snacker, fine. We're going to lose these creatures anyway, so let's try the Dread Return. They're going to counter it, but we've got another one in our hand. So, yep. So we could be in a position next turn to sort of blindside them. We'll see if they tap out here or if they're posturing as if they have a counter spell. Usually against these control decks, I mean, Faeries is really hard, but against Skred and Mono Blue Terror, I think we're favored because they have a really hard time dealing with the Unearth and the fact that we can play as an aggro deck. If you can resolve a few creatures early and put the pressure on, they really need to play a little more proactively, which means they can't leave up as many counter spells. Yep, they're going shields down, so I think we should be able to win. We want to, we got plenty of creature cards in the graveyard. Let's not dredge so we can bring back Sneaky Snackers, and then I think that's our way to have enough creatures to reanimate here. Let me do some math. We're going to discard Dread Return to the Blood token. We're going to bring back Scrapwork Mutt, discard something else. That will be our third draw. We'll trigger Sneaky Snacker. And then, yeah, that's all we need to do. We have some extra mana floating. So let's do that. Discard Stinkweed Imp, draw a card, bring back Scrapwork Mutt, discard Dread Return, draw a card, bring back Snackers, and then Dread Return, Lotless Giant. We did it! Okay, against this deck, probably just a little bit of Pyroblast action. Maybe Song of Blood isn't as good. And we'll shave one of these. Maybe Cathartic Reunion isn't as good. Song of Blood in this matchup. I mean, if they leave their Augur of Bolus back, attacking is a little worse, and Murmuring Mystic, but yeah, we'll shave one of those. Try it like that. We could also do it like this. Let's try that. This hand is pretty terrible. Does nothing, so we're gonna throw that away. I don't love this hand, but it does something, and we're hitting our land drops, so let's just hope to draw into some other cool stuff with our trusty, dusty Scrapwork Mutts. Cathartic Reunion is good. In this case, I like to go with Pylons first, see if we can get something in our graveyard, like Stinkweed Imp. They might have brought in Grave Hate. I don't know. These blue decks sometimes don't have. If anything, they would have Relic of Progenitus. So we'll see. Maybe I should have brought in Shenanigans. We'll see. Ponder. Let's see what they draw. They do not shuffle their deck, so they're finding something they like. They're representing maybe a Skred, maybe a Spell Pierce. It's likely they might have taken some Spell Pierces out, though. Yeah, we've got plenty of land, so we'll just dredge this. Rule of thumb, I've realized, is, Sneaky Snacker notwithstanding, just start dredging everything once you're at your third land drop. I think, Sneaky Snacker with Cathartic Union would be really nice right now, but in case they have like a 1-mana counterspell, let's just Scrapwork Mutt. Keep filling our graveyard. We're on the opponent does not have Grave Hate plan for now. Augur, so Scrapwork Mutt attacks terribly into that. That's okay. Lose focus. Okay. So they have a lose focus. Replicate. Okay, so that could be a challenge later. We'll see. Still leaving up 1 mana here. I can't tell if it's because they have a 1 mana counterspell. We will dredge Stinkweed Imp. Would have been nice to hit another sneaky snacker there, but it's okay. I think we try to go for the Cathartic Reunion. Yeah. And then we want to... do we want to just bring back the Sneaky Snacker, or do we want to just go all out on our graveyard? We're already at 10 creatures. Yeah, let's just try to rush the combo here. I don't know. Dangerous if they have Grave Hate, but otherwise we can get quite a bit of damage in next turn with a Lotleth Giant. I guess we should probably bring back the Sneaky Snackers, because they're going to just counter our Dread Return. Oh? Oh, they're going shields down. Okay. They are the Monarch, so that's going to hurt a little bit. I wonder if there's a scenario where we can... how can we get a double Dread Return in? We can Scrapwork Mutt. I mean, both Scrapwork Mutts brings back all the Sneaky Snackers. And then I think we can... if you have 5 creatures, you can double activate Dread Return. So since they're tapped out, I think we go for it. We're going to have 6 creatures if we do that. Yep. Do not dredge. We get our snackers. Yeah, we got 6 creatures. We dread return Lotleth Giant. Sack, sack, sack. Hit him for 13, and then dread return Lotleth Giant. Sack, sack, sack. Hit him for 14. Nice. Very nice. Okay. We won the match. Good start, strong start. It's a good matchup for us, but yeah, that went very smoothly. I'll see you in round 2. Round 2, fight. We're on the play. This is one of those very tempting hands to keep a 1-lander, because we've got so many looks. Surely we'll find another land, right? We have to. We've got 2 Faithless Lootings to find another land. Yeah, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Discarding Lotleth Giant. Discarding Faithless Looting. Next turn we'll probably get the Scrapwork Mutt down. You know how it goes. You know how it goes at this point. Need I say more? Oh, Could this be the mirror match? The dreaded mirror match? What do we do in the mirror match? What's our advantage? People probably aren't running Song of Blood. Let's see what the pylons gets us. Sneaky Snacker. So do I want a Cathartic Reunion instead? To get the Snacker back? Probably, because Scrapwork Mutt does not attack into this very well. We're going to discard the mountain, assuming we're going to draw another mountain. I kind of want to keep the Song of Blood. Might be wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Cathartic Reunion, the clearly better card, but I feel like we could do something cool. Let's see. Grab the prize. This might still be the mirror match. I heard some discussion about people using grab the prize. Let's see if we can out aggro them. Another conduit pylons. Kind of awkward. What do we find? Epicure. Epicure is not bad because we're trying to go wide, so we can Scrapwork Mutt. I want to throw the Gatekeeper in the yard and then Epicure. And then attack for 1, attack for 2 in the air. If we find another red source, we can Song of Blood plus Gatekeeper, but I won't hold my breath on that. Okay, Rakdos. Doesn't look like Rakdos Madness, but maybe it just is. Maybe we're just seeing... Okay, this is just Rakdos Madness. Sorry, I'm just so excited to see another Epicure in the wild. Plus Faithless Looting. This is a little bit of a tough matchup if they get a lot of their life drain cards. But the thing I like about Song of Blood is it's quite unexpected. So sometimes these aggro decks tap out, and if we get a little lucky with it, you know, who knows what could happen. Faithless Looting, but presumably nothing to Madness, since they're on no lands. No untapped lands. Yeah, they discard Epicure and a land. Arkai, another Song of Blood. So I think we want to try to hit a red source first. Discard Lotleth Giant. We don't, but that's okay. Song of Blood. What do we mill? We mill 2 creatures. I mean, are they just going to kill us? Or are we just going to kill them? We have 5 creature cards in the yard. Yeah, I think we did it. Turn 4. Turn 4 win, Song of Blood. Okay. That must have come out of left field for our opponent. And if we had another red source there, which we usually do, would have been even more damage. So very nice. I don't know if it's necessarily good in this matchup if they end up, you know, holding back and blocking. I play a little bit of Rakdos Madness. I know sometimes they can be on the control plan and kind of grind it out. We probably want to attack their lands with shenanigans. I forget if they run... Don't mind me. Oh, come on. Pauper, MTG Goldfish. I swear I had a tab open. I forget if they have Grave Hate. I don't know if they do, usually. Oh, cast into the fire. They might bring in... Yeah, they might... They'll probably have a spell bomb. Okay. Sorry, you had to see my poor Googling. I swear my microphone is blocking the keyboard here. We might not need Scourge Devil as much. Maybe we shave a Lotleth Giant and a Root Walla. We can attack Nile spell bombs. We can attack their lands. If we really run out of stuff to do, we can start shooting down blood tokens. Usually this Madness deck, if you can stop their ability to discard, kind of stops them in their tracks. We got to throw that away. No lands. This is the kind of hand where, yeah, this is just very awkward. Like, we'd probably be casting a blind Song of Blood and just getting nothing back. But we already mulled to 6. We're on the play. We could throw something in the graveyard that's good, like a Scrapwork Mutt. Do I keep it? Do I go down to 5? Let's try it. We're testing Song of Blood, aren't we? I don't think we want both. We'll see. I mean, maybe we'll just draw everything from our dreams. No, just kidding. Mountain, pass. Let's see how a 0 creature Song of Blood feels. Probably not great. Yep, they're setting up. They got their Galvanic Blast turned on. They've got plenty of Madness outlets. We're still drawing lands. That's no good. We mill over nothing. Okay, this is the worst. This is the worst Song of Blood has been. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have kept the hand. Maybe I should have just gone for the 5. Feels like we're pretty far behind already. They're draining our life. We've got nothing going on. Jagged Barrens. They're moving pretty fast. Or we might be in very sad hardcast Molten Gatekeeper territory. Or we can Epicure Root Walla. We'll Gatekeeper. At least we'll get triggers off of these if we survive much longer. But I think this is just not the start we want. And we're on the play, so they get the head start. How could Panther Mommy fail us like that? 3 mountains. Puraj sang slaughter and danced death. Well, she has a beautiful singing voice. She just forgot to warm up this time. Holy blood token bonanza over there. We stop their attackers. If we're lucky, we have about 2 turns to live, but I don't even think that that's true. We need to hit something crazy off this blood token. Like Cathartic Reunion, probably. Scrapwork Mutt, not bad. Getting lots of Gatekeeper triggers. I think it's a little too late, but let's see what happens, you know? We find the Stinkweed Imp. We want to just attack We don't mind, I don't know, throwing a few blockers. We need to draw, I mean, we basically need to draw Cathartic Reunion. We need to not die, which is already tough. And then we need to draw Cathartic Reunion, mill over some crazy sequence of cards. We would probably need to double activate. Dread Return, so let's see if we draw Cathartic Reunion. We don't, but we can Scrapwork Mutt. See what the Stinkweed Imp gives us. Anything good? We find Dread Return and Lotleth Giant. With a whopping 3 creature cards in our graveyard. Well, our opponent has 1,000,000 blood tokens. They can dig for something, but they've only got 1 card in hand. So I mean, let's attack with the gang. Let's get some damage in. They're gonna trade in their creatures, sure. I think we're going to Lotleth Giant and pray that they don't have anything amazing and they don't draw anything amazing in the 3 or 4 blood tokens they sacrifice. Yeah, we could win next turn. We've got a lot of Stinkweed Imp activations. Okay, they're digging. Jagged Barrens. Okay, now we're done. Yeah. Oh, Jagged Barrens. Well, it was a very awkward start, but we were still a turn away from winning. With some better mills, we could have won right then and there. So, close but no cigar. Shenanigans. Staying in. Is it worth, like, breath weapon? A single breath weapon for their... I mean, are we, like, losing if we're casting breath weapon? Song of Blood is on timeout after that performance. Let's try it. I mean, if we could, like, turn 3 breath weapon, if they have a fast start, maybe that'll slow them down. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, I say we keep it. If we can get Scrapwork Mutt, Sneaky Snacker into play, into Song of Blood, maybe that's our way to victory. Maybe we draw something better, ideally. We can fill up this graveyard pretty fast with the Stinkweed Imp. We've got our 3 lands that we want, so we're free to just Scrapwork Mutt, Dredge. Let's hope they have a slow start. No 1-drop. Potentially, that's good. Faithless Looting would have been great to have last turn, but that's okay. We can throw our Sneaky Snacker away instead. And then the Faithless Looting will get it back next turn. Maybe next turn we're doing like a double Faithless Looting, dredge what we can, and then a Song of Blood turn. Maybe unearth some friends. Speaking of friends. Bye, Sneaky Snacker. Okay, Bajuka Bog is the strat, huh? Well, let's see what we can do here. Let's throw the Stinkweeds away. Let's put the other Scrapwork Mutt out. Discard the land, dredge. Found a Molten Gatekeeper, more Stinkweed Imps. Okay. Not a bad start. It feels like Feels like we're off to a fast start here, potentially. Next turn we can Song of Blood, Molten Gatekeeper, perhaps. Trespasser's Curse is very good against us. So we want to limit our creature output a little bit. We find Shenanigans off of that, but we've got a very low artifact start. Our opponent doesn't have much going on. They're kind of relying on this Trespasser's Curse. So let's see if we can... we only mill one creature off of the Song of Blood. So I'd almost rather not bring back the Gatekeeper. We'd be getting in for 9 damage, or we can get in for 6. But then they're gaining a life. It's really only a 2 damage difference. I think we just want to get in with these guys. Hit him down to 12. Let's... Sure, we'll take a Stinkweed Imp. We'll take a Shenanigans. Discard 2 Stinkweed Imps. Okay, well, we've got more Dread Returns and Lotleth Giants than we could dream of. Well, just one Lotleth Giant, but lots of Dread Returns. Oh, and they concede. Well, that was anticlimactic. They're drawing their next cards. That is a salty concede. Sorry, Ichitaro. I guess their strategy didn't come together, but quick match. Up 2-0, so not unhappy about that, but we'll see you in round 3. No, you draw a card. No, you draw a card. Oh. Sorry. I was talking to Puraj. Embarrassing. Round 3. On the play. Shake it off. If we can draw a land, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. These are the kind of hands that make me very happy and very sad. We've got 3 draws to find a Faithless Looting. And if we do, we're cooking. Sorry, 3 draws to find a land. We're going to try it. If you're in the future watching this video and I don't draw any lands, feel free to punch the screen for how greedy I am. We could start with Neonate. And then see if we draw land naturally. Narrator, he didn't. Okay, very demure. Tap land from our opponent. Holy moly. Big snuff out coming at us. We're gonna discard the Lotleth Giant. Okay, help us find a land. Yeah, they had to pay 4 life for that. It's pretty bold. I don't know. Am I missing something? Maybe they just really excited to use their snuff out. We found the land. Oh, we're on the good timeline. Scrapwork Mutt. We're gonna discard Gatekeeper. Found our 3rd land. So now we just want to find Stinkweed Imps and start churning through our deck. Got my fidget toy here so I can nervously fiddle with something as I anticipate the pain our opponent is going to inflict on us with all the goodies in their hand. The Modern Age, okay. So they're setting up. This is the Dimir Faeries deck, which I have not played against very much. Ah, come on. They discarded Snuff Out. Gosh, a Song of Blood would go so hard next turn. Let's get him for 2. Scrapwork Mutt. Discard Faithless Looting. Epicure. Next turn we'll probably Cathartic Reunion to refuel. Actually, considering they might have counter spells, maybe that was supposed to be the Cathartic Reunion turn. We will see. They discard Deep Analysis. I don't really want to cast this Cathartic Reunion into their counter spell, so I'm going to just try to attack first, see what happens. They're already down to 8. I mean, we don't have to do that much. I can just try to Faithless Looting and see if that draws out a counter spell. Spell Stutter Sprite. So we should have cast Cathartic Reunion. Or maybe they have a Sprite and a counter spell. Okay, they get their Spell Stutter Sprite out. Should have thought of that. They've got a couple blockers. What is this deck? What is this deck up to? Brainstorm, sure. So we can F6 here. Okay, they're clogging everything up, but they are tapped out. They find a cast down. Sure, I'm not that scared of that. They're attacking with their fairy. Okay, so we are all clear to Cathartic Reunion. Discarding these 2. Keep the other Cathartic Reunion just in case. I don't love our attacks here, but they're so low that makes me think I should keep the pressure on. Like, they can kill both of our Scrapwork Mutt, so we'd get in 1 damage, 3 damage. Or we can Neonate. I'm assuming by the time we get to Lotleth Giant, they're going to be... I mean, our way to win might be to whittle them down and try to Molten Gatekeeper somehow. Yeah, if I attack, they'll go down to 7. We'll have some Scrapwork Mutts in the graveyard. I mean, I don't know. It's a little wonky. Just play a Neonate. We'll hold back. Song of Blood would be pretty nice. Kind of exactly what we need. Counters notwithstanding. Vector Glider. Takes me back to geometry. Takes me back to vector calculus. Math 20C with Professor Rabin. Yep. Poking me in the eye with their fairy. Ooh, suffocating fumes. Looks like I should have gotten in with my attack. It's okay, I overcommitted a little bit. Let's get the gatekeeper in the graveyard. Not mad about the land. I'd love to draw a Dread Return, actually. Doesn't matter what I want. Yeah, we could Gatekeeper, Scrapwork Mutt. That would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. But then I don't know what our follow-up is. Gatekeeper, Epicure Neonate is another 5 damage. Sure. Feels bad to unearth the gatekeepers and have them blocked, though. Part of me thinks we should just keep digging for Dread Return. I mean, do these creatures do that much for me? If we find a Dread Return, we just need our graveyard, so Scourge Devil. Just do it again. Lots of cathartic reunions. It's a whole high school reunion here. Okay. Awkward. We've got not much to show for that. Yeah, they're getting in with the team. I don't know if they fully grasp what's in my graveyard, because we can Gatekeeper, Scourge Devil. They've got no blockers. They can't counter anything. They have a cast down, so I guess they can maybe survive, but not really. Gatekeeper. Yield. Scourge Devil. See, we don't even need Lotleth Giant. I was thinking about cutting all the Lotleth Giants, actually, making this into a Scourge Devil deck. Just kidding. I think this is still lethal. Yup. Just slipped under the radar. Thread the needle. Let's see. Let's spy on their potential sideboard. Yeah, Nile Spellbomb. I could see us bringing in Shenanigans. I could see us bringing in some counterspell protection. Even though Scourge Devil won us the game, doesn't seem, now that they know about it, it doesn't seem that like, I mean, they kind of killed themselves there by attacking with everything when they should have looked at my graveyard a little more carefully. Yeah, I mean, they've got the suffocating fumes, so probably Scourge Devil is usually not as good. Pyroblast. I mean, do we do like 2 Shenanigans, 2 Pyroblast? Go down some of these 1-drop, some of these 1/1s that get suffocating fumes away. Let's try it like that. Probably a little slower, but you know, if we can get the right timing, Could be pretty good. We have a Stinkweed Imp, so that's as fast as we can go. Lands are a little awkward for turn 2 if we have to double Faithless Looting, but maybe we'll find something else. I think we keep it. Epicure turn 1, and then see what we draw for turn 2. Shenanigans. Okay, so if they run out an early Nile Spell Bomb, that would be ideal. They just get it out as soon as possible. That would be awesome. Island, Modern Age, yep. So this is our window. They're kind of setting up. We've got to do the same. We'll probably Faithless Looting. If we don't draw anything else more interesting, we'll probably Faithless Looting and then have colorless mana for the blood token. I think I still want to play the pylons. Graveyard. We've already got our 3 lands, which is the sort of bare minimum that you need. Go Faithless Looting, discard, Dread Return, or do we keep it for now in case they have a Spell Bomb? Yeah, let's hold back a little bit. Let's be a little cautious. Yeah, we'll see what they do before we blood token this Stinkweed Imp back. They're moving to end step. Let's discard Dread Return, bring back Stinkweed Imp. We find a Gatekeeper and a whole bunch of mountains. Not a lot of creature action in our graveyard. Let's see. We gotta watch out for Spell Stutter Sprite, so Faithless Looting is at risk here. If we're trying to draw out Counterspell, it looks like they haven't found black mana either. If we're trying to draw out Counterspell, we could cast Molten Gatekeeper. Because we want to be unearthing that anyway. Okay, maybe they're going to look for a counter. Ooh, oh wow, how did I miss this? I did not even see the sneaky snackers being discarded here. What? Other decks have graveyards too? Okay, so they're having a... Oh, okay. Wow. Pulled out all the stops for that one. All right, that's okay. We're kind of trying to bait a counterspell. I'm just more worried about the clock they have on us now. Quite fast. I don't know if End the Festivities is worth bringing in. Probably not, but it's good right now. Yeah, and they got their threats out, and now we're in trouble. And Shenanigans is doing nothing here, so these are just dead cards. Uh-oh. We probably should have led with Faithless Looting to bait out a counter, but yeah. Scrapwork Mutt doesn't do too much for us here either. Basically just want to fill our graveyard as much as possible. You know, with all these Molten Gatekeepers, it's maybe we could steal a win if they start running light on counter spells. We almost, yeah, we'll keep dredging Stinkweed Imp. Big attack. Down to 7. Okay, so we have to win this turn. It's pretty unlikely. Dread return. We do not find our friend Lotleth Giant. Very sad. Like, we could Scrapwork Mutt. Molten Gatekeeper, Scrapwork Mutt. And hope there's no counterspell if we find a Lotleth Giant. Pretty unlikely, but we're going to try to go for it because we've got no choice here. We can't really interact with their board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they definitely have us dead on board. Shenanigans is hurting us so bad here. Yeah, we still do not find what we want. We'd hit them for 5 down to 11, and then we do nothing, right? Bummer. Down to 11. We'd be really close if we hit the Lotleth Giant. Okay. Okay. Pack it up. And they never found their red mana. That was pretty bad. We did go down a Lotleth Giant. Shenanigans seems so bad. Okay. If they don't draw the Nile Spellbomb, Pyroblast still seems okay. Let's try it like this. Learn from our mistakes. We get to be on the play. We get to get a very mediocre hand. Yeah, if we had a second land here, this would be great. Otherwise, I mean, we can maybe draw one off the blood token, but I don't think we can risk it. Okay, this one we will keep. Got a combo piece here. I'll probably put back one of the Scrapwork Mutts. Let's try it like that. We really need to hit a land off of the Faithless Looting. Please. Wow, that's beautiful. There's the Spellbomb. Of course. Of course, our luck has run out. We can hope that they kept a mediocre hand for the Spellbomb. We found the land, so that's good. Yeah, let's just start getting in damage while we can. The Spellbomb is going to slow down their setup by a little bit maybe, and we can develop our board a little bit, whittle them down. I think I'll get rid of the Dread Return. They'll exile it eventually. Just want to give them. We need to put enough in the graveyard for them to activate the Nile Spellbomb while still keeping some stuff for ourselves. Okay, there's their Sneaky Snacker. Yeah. I think we want to find a land drop. We probably should have discarded the Sneaky Snacker first. Epicure. Sneaky Snacker. Yeah, this is looking awkward. We're gonna need to rebuild somehow after this. Spell bomb goes off. Not liking our chances here. Feels like a little bit of disruption, and they're gonna slow us down a lot. They're not finding their black mana again. Okay. Yeah, we could try to get one of our sneaky snackers back. And bait out the spell bomb. They're probably gonna counter this, but let's try to get some value out of our graveyard, sure. Might as well get the counter out of them. There's their sneaky snacker back. Very cool, very cool. Brainstorm and sneaky snacker, very cool that you can reanimate your snackers on your opponent's turn. I wish my deck was that cool. They're holding back blockers. They're traumatized. That's cool. Yeah, we do have trouble attacking through their board for sure. Cathartic Reunion will definitely get them to Nile Spellbomb. If we can pop the Nile Spellbomb this turn before they get to draw a card off of it, that's pretty nice. Maybe we just try to Faithless Looting and activate it now, and then save this for next turn. Let's see, they counter it. Spell Stutter. Yeah, this deck does struggle against Spell Stutter Sprite. We have so many 1-drops. That makes things very awkward indeed. We can always blood token, sacrifice Neonate, get the snackers back, but then they exile our graveyard, and we're left with 2 creatures and a lonely Cathartic Reunion. But maybe that's better than just sitting here and doing nothing. We gotta get them to pop this before they draw a card, whatever. Will they allow it? Probably not. Yep. They exile our graveyard. What I wouldn't have given for a shenanigans. No sneaky snackers. Very sad. They can start attacking us. Next turn, maybe we'll have some Cathartic Reunion luck. We'll see. If they counter Cathartic Reunion, we're in very bad shape, and it's pretty likely. We've got a lot of counter spells in that deck. So at least we'll get the Stinkweed Imp in there. Yeah, I think we just have to do that. They can counter it. At least we get to Dredge, potentially. Counter spell. We're at 16. Yeah, we basically just discarded 3 cards for nothing. We're down to 2 cards in hand, but this feels like we're being choked out pretty thoroughly. Kind of a slow start and can't find our footing. I think this is not a great matchup. Anything with Spell Stutter Sprite, and they've got kind of the sneaky snacker plan too. I think it's tough for us. And this Modern Age, this Vector Glider, really hard to attack through. We milled over no creatures, it looks like. Well, we got a Root Wola. Yeah. I mean, what do we do? Do we Molten Gatekeeper Scrapwork Mutt just to keep churning through? Usually the answer is yes. Usually you want to just keep churning through and see what you can get. I just think we're probably losing this game. Okay. They're empty-handed. So, Stinkweed Imp, guide me to victory. Wow, we would have been able to bring back the Lotleth Giant if they hadn't zapped our Molten Gatekeeper, but don't know if we would have reanimated this turn anyway. They used their, last spell on my Gatekeeper. We need a way to get 3 creatures in play, but we also need to dredge this, so that's over. They find a spell bomb. Yeah, we're not gonna fight through a late stage spell bomb like that. We were close. I think if they didn't find the spell bomb there, which they probably only had one more in their deck. I think we could have won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not dead on board at least, but I mean, if they didn't find spell bomb, what else are they finding? They're probably finding like some kind of counter spell. Yep, Scrapwork Mutt keeps stringing me along. Don't give me hope. Anything but that. Lotleth Giant, Stinkweed Imp. Okay. If they really have nothing, it's possible we could do something next turn. We need to mill over a 3rd creature we can get in play, and Dread Return. And they need to not have a counter. It's a lot of ifs. Faithless Looting. I don't see how we're gonna get a 3rd creature in play is the thing. And they've got the counterspell. No! So close. Dang. If we milled over Dread Return, 1, 2, 3, and a Molten Gatekeeper, we could have won it. We'll hit them to 7. Yeah, we're done. All right. GG's. GG's. Ah, geez. Okay, round 4. We are 2-1. A little precarious. Gosh, this hand is interesting. We'll try it. Uh-oh. We're against Madness again. Okay, Maybe we can steal game one. We can thread the needle, so to speak. Oh, we've got a very polite opponent. Good luck, have fun. Turgid Burglar. What a nice chap. He's grabbing my prize. Or his own prize. Yep, sneaky snacker. He's sneaking snackers better than me. Oh, always the faithless looting, a little too late. Scrapwork Mutt. Discard. We want to hit our third land. Gatekeeper. We do. Let's see. Epicure. Snacker. Poking my eyes out. Second main phase. What do they do? It's kind of sick lands here. You're telling me this is not a snowy mountain? Okay. Life drain. So we might be dead in 1 or 2 turns. So that's great. Yeah, Song of Blood. How do we feel about Song of Blood right now? Doesn't really do much for us. You'd rather start setting up our graveyard. Stinkweed Imp. Gatekeeper. I guess we have 2 Song of Blood, so maybe we just cast this first one. There's always a delay because they got to read the card, because what the hell even is this? Yeah, we mill 0 creatures. Sick. Song of Blood giveth, Song of Blood taketh away. Next turn we can Song of Blood double Gatekeeper if they... Kind of hoping they... Well, we might just be dead here. Let's see. Down to 8. Yeah. We could win next turn if we mill over some good stuff with Stinkweed Imp and Song of Blood. We can double Gatekeeper, attack with the team. They're having their moment. I mean, what is our plan? Just to win? They're holding their Epicure back? No. I think we have to block it, sadly. Because... Yeah, so that means we're probably not winning. I mean, they'd probably just have a bolt, right? But what if they don't? Or Galvanic Blast? But if I don't block this... If I block it, then we probably just lose, right? There's no way we can win. If I don't block it, we also probably lose. Yeah, they've just had a great start here. I could take the risk that they don't have any burn spell in their hand. I think I have to. I think our only chance is to just win this turn, so whatever. If you have it, you have it. May my death be swift. Yeah, there's the bolt. Okay. Yeah, like I could have blocked there. We would have gone down to 1 life, but then what are we doing? We're reanimating 2 creatures. We can't dread return. We can't do anything with that. Shenanigans. Is it worth doing the Golgari Brown scale? Maybe. We probably need some amount of shenanigans for their Nile Spellbomb. Not feeling the Song of Blood too much today. It's always, what if it's good? It's always almost good. Occasionally it goes off, but I don't know. Let's try it like that. Play first. Terrible hand. Mulligan. This is keepable. Probably put back Molten Gatekeeper. Turn 1, Faithless Looting. Discard Stinkweed Imp. Discard Shenanigans. We can always get that back if they have the Nile Spellbomb. Yeah, losing game 1 that fast is not very good for us. Now we gotta fight tooth and nail. And we gotta beat them on the play. Even if we win this turn, we gotta beat them on the play. We will Dredge, sorry. Conduit Pylons. Root Wola. Graveyard, because we're probably just gonna scrap work and dredge anyway. Dredge. We have our dread returns. We have lots of faithless lootings. We have Scourge Devil. They're gonna bolt our scrapwork mutt, okay. I mean, they might just Nile Spellbomb, exile our graveyard, then we're sad. Let's see what they do. Okay. They got the Duskmourn land. Roller coaster. Is this a roller coaster? No, it's just a twisting path. Grab the prize is the roller coaster. They've got no artifact lands, so we're not gonna draw our shenanigans. What do we want to do here? Continue to fill our graveyard. We want the scrapwork mutt. I don't know. I'm feeling very scared of Nile Spellbomb. We find a sneaky snacker. I mean, if they're using their burn spells on my recursive creatures, that's going to slow them down. Not too upset about that. Here comes a big Madness. Faithless Looting into a couple Madness cards, perhaps. Scourge Devil not looking too good here. We can get Sneaky Snacker in play next turn if we want, but it'll mean less dredges. Okay, 2 Kitchen Imps. Very nice for them. I'd say we've got about 2 or 3 turns to live, so let's try to fill our graveyard as much as possible and get a few creatures in play. We found all of our Dread returns, but no Lotleth Giant, so they're thinking really hard on this. Does that mean they have a Nile Spellbomb in hand and they're thinking about saving it? If we lose all 3 of our Dread returns, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Or just like a burn spell to zap a creature for Dread return. I mean, we're applying pressure. That's not exactly where they want to be. Stinkweed Imp, Dredge. We wanted to find another sneaky snacker, so that kind of settles it. We're gonna get our snackers back. Let's try to attack first. Yeah, they're not getting much damage in. Let's get Cathartic Reunion. We are gonna need to find a Lotleth Giant though. Draw, draw, draw. They're gonna bolt the Scrapwork Mutt. They're very scared of the Dread return. So that tells me they don't have Graveyard Hate right now, but they're very scared of Dread return. We only have 10 creature cards in the graveyard. We could try to like post-combat Scrapwork Mutt, land Scrapwork Mutt, fill our graveyard even more, find it, but I think we're cool just developing our board. Drawing next turn, we'll get the Stinkweed Imp back. I mean, there has to be a Lotleth Giant coming up soon, right? I take back what I said earlier in the video. I need you, Lotleth Giant. Baby, come back. Okay, they're regaining some of their life. Don't like that. It never feels right to Dread return anything else. Yeah, they're just... I feel like they're blowing all their burn spells. I feel like they could have almost killed me by now, but... because we haven't found the Lotleth Giant. They're so afraid that we will, though. I guess we're getting pretty low. We will Dredge Stinkweed Imp. We found one. I think we can like Scrapwork Mutt Scourge Devil. They might have one burn spell to hit one creature, but I think we can still win through that. Wow, they're zapping the Scrapwork Mutt. Yep, we're gonna keep filling our graveyard, why not? Just make sure we're full up here. They shouldn't have another way to kill our creatures, so I think we just Scourge Devil, get in a bunch of damage, and then, yep, we did it. Okay, no Grave Hate there. Golgari Brown Scale. I don't know. Golgari Brown Scale. They seem like they weren't really focused on burning us down. They were actually getting pretty close, though. We did have trouble finding the Lotleth Giant. I mean, I take one out almost every game. Let's try it again. I don't know, seemed to work. All right, turgid burglar. This one's for the gold. I can't keep this. I'll be very sad if I do. If we draw a land, of course, it's amazing. Cathartic Reunion, double sneaky snacker. We are on the draw. Greedy, greedy, greedy. We'll have 2 draws plus Insolent Neonate. God. Is Snacker even where we want to be? But if we don't draw the land, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to throw a tantrum. Okay. Think. Brain blast. Sheesh. Usually I regret this. We're gonna mulligan. It's even worse. We should have kept it. All right. We'll try this. Yeah. Not good. I mean, I don't know. The first hand is pretty good if we can get it to work. Duress. Okay. You can take my Dread Return. Why do they bring in Duress? For Song of Blood? For Cathartic Reunion? I guess. Doesn't seem stellar against us. But you know what? It is stellar against a 0-land hand. Or sorry, a 5-card hand. We can start blowing up their lands next turn. I think that's our plan. I hope they draw a lot of their non-indestructible double negative. I hope they draw a lot of their destructible artifact lands. They're thinking. They're thinking. Vampire's Kiss. Oh, they left a hickey. So I slathered all that garlic on me for nothing. Shenanigans. Slow them down a little bit, maybe. We always have the option to dredge that back if they play any more Vault of Whispers or Great Furnace. We would like to use this blood token on Stinkweed Imp. We would like to draw our 3rd land. There's Great Furnace. So maybe we're just on the shenanigans plan for now. I'm not sure I should be the one attacking here. Scrapwork Mutt is not bad in the graveyard. Galvanic Blast to my face for 4. What the hell? They haven't even done anything yet, and I'm at 13. This deck is fast, man. This is... I don't feel great about our start. I think I gotta hold back. I mean, we mulled to 5. Things were looking down for us. But maybe they're out of lands. They're down to 3 cards. So, nope. They have more lands. I jinxed it. Do not draw. Ay. Okay, Sneaky Snacker. So I could Scrapwork Mutt, Sneaky Snacker, try to draw a land, and then if I do, I can Blood Token, get Sneaky Snacker back. That's probably the move. As much as I want to start filling my graveyard, I think I need to draw some non-Stinkweed cards. Yeah, of course. Don't draw the lands, we get to attack. It's a little rough. Neonate would be an okay draw because that would let us sneaky snacker and get our root walla down and start maybe dredging. Cathartic Reunion would be great. Faithless Looting. Any of our draw discard spells are looking okay here. Seems like they're kind of running out of gas a little bit. They've probably got some burn spells. Another sneaky snacker, huh? Well, I think we gotta just see what we draw. There we go. Draw. We don't want shenanigans back. We're gonna discard Root Walla, Stinkweed Imp. No lands. That's sad. But we get our snackers. We get a bonus lizard. They're probably just holding a couple burn spells in case I dread return. Yeah, they're really scared of the... Feels like they're really scared of the dread return without realizing that I can't do anything with it yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. They're down to 2 cards after this draw. They've got some filtering. Grab the Prize is probably exactly what they needed. We do not take 2 damage because they discard a land. They find a Duress. Sure. Put another Dread Return in our graveyard. This is a kind of game where I can't tell if I should be putting a Stinkweed Imp in play. Or sorry, I shouldn't. If I should be going for the Sneaky Snacker. What was that? Or if I should be dredging Stinkweed Imp. Because if we find a Lotleth Giant, we can hit them for like 6, 7, 8. It's not that much, but it could be a clock. They're down to very few cards in hand. Also, hitting Scrapwork Mutts could be nice, but we do not. Faithless Lootings. Five creature cards. I'm just scared of Nile Spellbomb. Cannot find a Lotleth Giant. Okay. Sneaky Snacker in the graveyard. They're going to get that back. But they're still not drawing that much action. They're discarding swamps. They've got duresses. I feel like the 2 duresses are, if those were like more action-oriented cards for them, that would be a lot better here. I think they like over sideboarded on that one. Eight creature cards. We can brown scale, gain life. They're down to 0 cards. Yeah, I think we gotta go for it. We just need to find a Lotleth Giant. We don't. It's okay, I think we got another chance, but it's unfortunate. I don't think they can do 10 damage unless they hit some crazy sequence of cards. We can gain more life if we need to, but half our deck and we have not found Lotleth Giant yet. And this is hurting us being at only 2 lands, but just the way the game panned out, it felt like I needed to do it this way. They're way far away from their Galvanic Blast, Metalcraft now. So that's good. It reduces their potential damage. We have a Gatekeeper, we have a Scrapwork Mutt. I don't know. As long as we have protection against them, yeah. I don't think we go for the third land. I think we just need to find... We can dredge 5, and then we can dredge 5 again off of our 2 lands. So we can get Lotleth Giant in play if we could find one. Stinkweed. Where is it? Lotleth Giant and I are in a fight right now. Come on. Baby, come back. Still no Lotleth Giant. 20 cards in our library. Okay. Maybe I should have left Sneaky Snacker back as a blocker. Is there any way to... I don't think there's any way to like do 4 damage here with a Dread Return. Molten Giant. I should have left Sneaky Snacker back. I shouldn't be attacking like this. Because if they hit double Madness, we're in trouble. They're thinking for a while though. They discarded Jagged Barons and Sneaky Snacker. Okay, this is not a winning hand for them. They find Epicure and Vampire's Kiss. Oh, we won. Okay. Kind of awkward. Awkward game for both of us, but yeah. Lotleth Giant really flaked on us, huh? I'm glad their deck was even flakier. I think the Duresses did not serve them well, and that was probably the difference between winning and losing for them. But all right, we're 3-1. So that's good. We're making our entry fee back, and let's see if we can get the 4-1. Round 5. Round 5. Again with the 1-landers. I mean, it's a 16-land deck. Makes sense. This one I will not keep. It doesn't seem like there's a good way to draw into land number 2. Mulligan. This one is very keep. Very, very keep. Keep that. Do we throw away Gatekeeper? Do we throw away the additional Faithless Looting? Gatekeeper or Faithless Looting? We've got 2 Faithless Looting. We got a Cathartic Reunion. We'll keep this guy as a discard fodder. Might come in handy late. Boom. Get the graveyard set up. Nope. Get Faithless Looting set up. Okay. Too many lands. Let's hold the Dread Return for now. Protect it. See what we're up against. Let's not put them on alert just yet. We can always get rid of it next turn with the Cathartic Reunion, which is extremely likely. We did not want to draw 2 lands off of that. That's not very helpful. Red-white. Red-white could be tricky. We'll see. I'm really scared of Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm is by far the hardest graveyard spell to fight through. anti-graveyard spell. Let's surveil. Let's get a sneaky snacker in the graveyard. That's very good for us. Let's discard these two. Let's get our sneaky snacker back. We found a stinkweed imp. Wow, things are really looking up. Sneaky snacker's great until they play Jeskai. Okay, this is like the wildfires deck. What does this one? What does this one look like again? Oh, I can't find it. That's okay. Jund Wildfire. Boros Synthesizer. It's probably just... Is it just a synthesizer deck? Anyway, we'll find out. Yup. I think we're just gonna start filling our graveyard. Scrap work. Let's just start yo-yoing our stinkweed imp. Doesn't it feel like a yo-yo? Okay, Scourge Devil. Ooh. We'll see what the opponent does. We're set up for a pretty big Scourge Devil turn next turn. And if we mill over a Lotleth Giant, it could be also a combo turn. They're still setting up. Let's see what they do. Ew, I take everything back. Cast into the fire. Boo. Opponent hates fun, confirmed. That's okay. We can rebuild. I think we want to get our sneaky snacker back. They probably don't have any main deck graveyard hate. It looks like they're representing a counterspell here. We can avoid the counterspell by relying on Unearth and Blood Token for our sneaky snacker. Give him hopefully nothing to do this turn. We're still filling our graveyard in the future. Yeah, I like the other scrapwork mutt. Let's attack first. Down to 14. We'll play this. Discard Dread Return. I mean, it's possible I should just be comboing, but the fact that they have... Okay, they're going to counter it. They prevent any sneaky snacker shenanigans. I guess that's why we set out to do the blood token thing, but anyway, we fought through one counter spell and we're not far from comboing off, so... I think we're just gonna start filling our graveyard at this point. Scrapwork mutt. We could Gatekeeper Scourge Devil. I don't know. Getting in some damage here. I kind of want to save the Gatekeeper Scrapwork Mutt for Dread Return Lotleth Giant. I don't know. They might have another counter. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. Maybe we just keep filling our graveyard. Maybe we'll find another Gatekeeper. Did we put that at the bottom? $11 creature cards. Yeah, lots of sneaky snackers. There's a Cast into the Fire. Okay. Well, they seem to be controlling us, but they're kind of going shields down here, so if we can put together a combo. Yeah, it looks like they'll probably have a removal spell though, so we need to bring back our sneaky snackers. They might have another Cast into the Fire. You think they have the third one? How are we getting our snackers back? Probably Faithless Looting. So for now, we'll keep dredging. See what else we can find. We want to do a regular draw. That's not bad. Undo, undo. If they do have Cast into the Fire, we can at least Molten Gatekeeper and it'll be protected. We can Faithlessly Loot. I mean, they've got to have a removal spell, right? Yeah, Skred. Sure. If we draw a land, we can still go off here. We do not. Discard these two. I'm assuming they have no grave hate at this point. It's okay. We're kind of wearing them out. Yeah, we just can't quite get there. We need that fifth land. Probably, if I had that extra sneaky snacker from earlier, that would have been good. If I didn't get my Scrapwork Mutt countered. We don't need more creatures in the graveyard that bad. Do we Song of Blood? Do we... Yeah, they've got 3 cards in hand. I mean, surely they have something to mess us up. Got so many options here. I think we gotta just kind of whittle them down. We're gonna go for this right now. Kind of counterspell resistant. It's not quite lethal. But I don't mind going for the Dread Return. Yeah, they're using Skred. Sure. So if we Dread Return now, and they counter it, Are we able to get our stuff back next turn? We should be able to. Yeah, so let's just run them out of counters. Next turn, they counter this. Oh no, they don't. Okay. Oh, always so afraid of counters. Okay. What's good against them? That felt like a pretty good matchup. It doesn't feel like we're on... This is not the Boros Synthesizer. This is the Ephemerate deck, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. Yep, the Raven Charm is going to ruin our life. I don't think we want to fight over their counter spells. Maybe we do. I don't know, is Pyroblast worth bringing in? We don't have much else that makes a difference here. Seal of Fire? Seal of Fire can shoot down one of their guys in response to an Ephemerate, maybe. But is that really worth it? So can Pyroblast. We can try one. We can try one. Yeah, these seem not as good because those cast into the fires. And we can shave a giant. Okay, we're up a game. We're down in time, we're up a game. And we've got heart. We've got spirit on our side. This is a pretty good hand. Ye old creature start. The dreaded island. Okay, double sneaky snacker next turn, possibly. We'll try a neonate. Yup. They get an island cycle? Nope. Okay. Interesting. They probably brought in Hydroblast, so I'm a little worried about that. I really don't want to cast my Cathartic Reunion into Hydroblast. So maybe we'll just Scrapwork Mutt. Discard Sneaky Snacker. Sorry, giving them a little bit of a heads up there, but there's nothing else I wanted to discard. Okay, they're at full counterspell mana. Maybe they have a cast into the fire, let's see. Nope. Okay. Well, I say we Cathartic because at least we get our Root Wallet out. There's no way they don't have a counter though. I guess we could have Epicured first to bait a counter. Yep, there's Hydroblast. Just as I expected. They could also be holding up the Raven Charm. Who knows? I guess I'll play Epicure. Because with the Blood Token plus Neonate, we can get the Snackers back next turn. Cathartic Reunion's looking a little limp in my hand right now. This art doesn't really fit with the vibe of my deck. Seems like I'm in a molten hellscape creating, and there's vampires working at this factory creating molten hellish creatures to reanimate massive zombie giants. And also there's lizards. There's also lizards hanging out and helping out, so it's quite nice of them. Okay, opponent is setting up. They've got a lot of land, so I'm kind of scared they're going to start looping stuff soon, but other than that, they don't have much action here. I think we can cast Neonate. Maybe they'll think it's a bait. And then we're gonna discard. And we're going to discard. We're gonna bring back our snacky sneakers. God, what I wouldn't give for a Song of Blood right now. There's our giant. C'est super cool. Okay, they got lots of lands. They got a Murmuring Mystic. So they're a little bit more shields down than they'd like, I'm sure. Faithless Looting. They've probably got a Skred. Discard these two. Conduit Pylons. Can we find a Dread return off this? That would be magique. Nope. That only happens in fairy tales. We really should have... I meant to Scrapwork Mutt, probably better. Yeah, we'll discard those. We're really running on fumes here. We're kind of running out of gas, so sure. Couldn't they have done that in a different order? I guess not. I mean, that's probably not how they want to be using their Ephemerate, so I'm not upset. Yep. Getting in for 5. They're down to 5. So let's see what they have next turn. They get another bird. They have more blockers. They're probably going to have a lot of blockers, so I need to Molten. If we draw land, we can Molten Gatekeeper, Scrapwork Mutt, bring back the Sneaky Snacker, and that's probably like 5-ish damage right there. They might just have a Thraben Charm. We'll see. There's Dread Return. Okay. What are they going to do about it? They'll probably have a Skred for that. Yep. I see. Unearth. Let's try to... Oh. Sideboard time. Can we attack? Do we attack? They've got 2 cards in hand. What are the odds that they're both counterspells? If we attack, they kill 3 things, which we cannot have. So we probably do this now. Doon, doon. I don't think about Basking Root Wallow's ability enough. I feel like there's probably I'm missing an opportunity. Okay, there's the counterspell. We'll try to Pyroblast. Counter target spell if it's blue. Oh. Oh. We did it. We did it. Woo! 4-1. Very nice. We're improving. Great job. Thanks for the support, everyone. I can hear your applause. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Felt like a lot of awkwardness, a lot of awkward hands and stuff, but we did it. It's pretty good. I don't know about Song of Blood. It's just like I want the dopamine of that turn 3 win, but there were a lot more times in that game where it was more of a dud. There's a pun in there somewhere. Yeah, we'll see. There's also another version that has Burning Inquiry. I think they take out the Song of Blood and maybe like some Neonate, and they have Burning Inquiry, which sounds cool. So maybe I'll try that one next. That seems quite interesting. And I don't know. I feel like the sideboard's okay. I feel like we ran into a lot of matchups that we didn't have to sideboard that much for, but so far it's just kind of making sense. Any other parting thoughts? A lot of these decks run 4 Molten Gatekeepers, but I just feel like it's too many. They're always in my hand. They're great when they come from the graveyard, but they're always in my hand. I don't usually want to be casting them. Learning when to side out Basking Root Walla or some of the 1-drops without diluting your plan too much is good. Scourge Devil still rules. Yeah. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.